love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said, what's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off play action. Patton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Patton. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not his best effort there as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
Now a carry from Mack. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Taken down right at the line of
no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. McDowell. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down.
At the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. McDowell. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Incomplete.
But instead, 3rd down.
Up a 3rd down.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Patton. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Just short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? The quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patton got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost...
He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, an even 90 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
At the 40-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jets, nothing.
2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Patton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On third down. Patton. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, McDowell eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDowell. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And it's caught. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Looking to run with Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll run it with Mack. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Switch up. 54, Mike.
Looking to throw. McDowell. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The Colts 4-yard line.
Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Colin Saunders in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw on 2nd down, McDowell. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Christian Kirk.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
It's 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patton, he's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, McDowell, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw on second down, McDowell. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
To throw on third down, McDowell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Watson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on third and long. Patton escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, McDowell. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards to pick up there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
5-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McDowell. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking to throw on second down. McDowell, he'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Myers' kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10.
Jets 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From the gun on 3rd down. McDowell. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Patton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, McDowell. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Right there.
Operating from the gun. Patton looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams. 78 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Colts 31, Jets 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 18-yard line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 11 now. From the gun, McDowell. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're running with Gurley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Colts 31, Jets 24. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
To throw on second down, McDowell. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Mike, 53.
Operating from the gun, McDowell. That's into the hands of Pascal. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Complete to Zach Pascal. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run for this with Mack. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Yes, sir.
Picked up by Rakiasin. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Colts, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin, along